Tonight on Sky News at 10, rugby fever. Extra Eurostar trains are laid on for thousands of England fans heading for Paris. A desperate hunt for semi-final tickets begins for those who've already made the journey. We're live in Paris as the build-up begins. Also tonight, striking out. A solution seems imminent just hours after a judge outlaws next week's postal walkout. Boot camp death. The guards cleared of the manslaughter of a 14-year-old boy. Green Gore, the former vice president, wins a Nobel Peace Prize, but it proves to be an inconvenient truth for some. On trial, the nightclub bouncer accused of stalking and murdering 2 female students.
Live from the Sky News Centre, this is Sky News at 10 with Steve Dixon.
Well, a very good evening and welcome. President Al Gore says the climate crisis is not a political issue, but a moral and spiritual challenge to humanity. He was speaking after being awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his campaign on global warming, an award he shared with the UN climate panel. But the awards come in for some fierce criticism, as Sky's Ian Woods reports.
Florida goes for Al Gore.
Gore wins, and perhaps this time it won't be taken away from him.
I am Al Gore. I used to be the next president of the United States of America.
Some of his figures have been disputed, but there's no doubt that climate change has had a dramatic effect on the popularity of the man who so controversially lost the 2000 election.
Thank you for being a part of Live Earth. Answer the call.
Since then, he's emerged as the figurehead for a growing environmental movement, becoming positively cool in the eyes of supporters.
I will accept this award on behalf of all of those who have been working so long and so hard to try to get the message out about this planetary emergency.
Al Gore's film won an Oscar for Best Documentary, but many of the claims in it have been questioned by critics. And only this week, a British judge listed 9 errors.
If this were to go, sea level worldwide would go up 20 feet.
That catastrophic prediction was described as distinctly alarmist because such a rise in sea levels could take thousands of years. Mr. Justice Burton had been asked to rule on the legality of the government sending a copy of the film to every school. Though it will continue to be screened, the High Court heard that there was no proof that Hurricane Katrina or the melting of the snows of Kilimanjaro were a result of global warming.
I think it's a complete farce. I mean, the Nobel Prize now has all the respectability of the Eurovision Song Contest. I mean, what's it got to do with peace anyway, apart from the fact that Al Gore's clearly telling lots of convenient untruths in his film.
The former vice president will share the Nobel Peace Prize with the United Nations team of scientists who've also been examining the rise in global temperatures. It marks a high point in the campaign to put the environment at the top of the world's agenda.
He may have exaggerated a bit, but he's within the mainstream, and the broad message he's making is fit to put into British schools. So I think the award for the Nobel Peace Prize is a marvellous vindication, along with the fact that the judges said that Al Gore is fundamentally right in what he's doing.
The Nobel Prize and his high-profile appearances are the perfect springboard for another presidential campaign. He insists he isn't tempted, and anyway, Hillary Clinton is probably too far ahead in polls and fundraising among Democrats. Al Gore might not yet have changed the world, but at least he has changed the world's perception of Al Gore. Ian Woods, Sky News.